And you already know it's chaos, and we're getting it. We got that one game skit over 7,000 VC, so we're trying to flip that shit around right now. Gonna roll with Spurs with Burton. Oh, Burton. What are you doing, Burton? I don't. Canada guy, Certi. Dream matched up with Certi. Certi. Spurs. The Spurs. He's gonna be the Clips. Is this chap shit? Yep, let's get it.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. CP3 at point with Redick there, the back. And it's Crawford at the small forward. And for San Antonio, Parker and Danny Green are your one and your two. Pau Gasol is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Leonard in at the three. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. He dishes it to Redick. Into Jordan. Parker with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Green with the ball.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Crawford against Parker. Back to Griffin. Kicks it out to Paul. Passes to Crawford. Just 5 to shoot. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Crawford. Paul's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Gasol kicks to Parker. Outside Leonard for the 3.
Come on, Daniel, fucking do something.
This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And really, they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game. I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line. You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Outside, Green. Griffin with the steal. It's stolen by Green. There's Parker with the 3, and the basket good.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers.
He talked a little bit about their defensive mindset, saying essentially that they're willing to sacrifice a little bit of space on the interior if it allows them to stay tight on their outside shooters. He said, listen, it's no secret they like to attack you from long range. That's what we're looking to stop tonight.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the 3 ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots.
And the foul called on Daniel Green.
Daniel.
That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and he never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Now, Green, after the missed 3 from Jamal Crawford. Outside, Green. Leonard connects from three-point range. Leonard's got 5 now.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
And they double up Paul. Leonard against Redick. Feeds it to Crawford. Parker with the steal. And here's Leonard from 3.
Daniel.
Pulled in by Jamal Crawford. Clippers trailed by 5. And Redick kicks to Griffin. Kicks it out to Paul. Crawford outside. Lock at 6. Paul covered by Parker. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Count that one. San Antonio leading by 3. Into LaMarcus Aldridge. Outside, Green. Launches a 3. And he gets the bucket. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Yeah, and I also love the way he can torture the defense by using the good old-fashioned pick and roll. When they execute it well, and he's on the receiving end of the pass, mark it up. It's 2 points.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough, and then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
Bertanis, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Here's Bertanis. That's good.
There go Bertanis
with the assist.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Now here's Griffin. His scoring numbers are pretty strong. He's up there at 21 points a game on average. Rivers passes to Felton. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Felton has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Leonard gets it to go.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Back to Griffin. The feed to Felton. He passes to Rivers. He kicks to Griffin. Outside, Felton lets the three fly. The shot is off. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this after the loss to them here last time.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Stolen by Ginobili. Mills dishes to Leonard. Goes up to the stripe. Shots good by Mills.
There you go, Mills.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for San Antonio.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnover.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Spurs leading by 8. Now the dish to Lee. 13 feet away. And the Spurs scoring again.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
Great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Redick with the bucket.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope. It's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Ginobili with the three. And that does it for the first quarter. Spurs. And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight.
There you go, Daniel.
And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Then it's Tony Parker. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Bertans in at the force line. So that's who San Antonio starts the second round. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Johnson's checked in for J.J. Redick.
Hey, go Redick.
Here, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You look at San Antonio and, of course, Los Angeles. They're tied right now.
Better get that beer.
Was good. Both good from the line that time.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Crawford with the ball. Now Green defending. Johnson kicks to Griffin. Back to Johnson. 6 to shoot. San Antonio with the rebound. Parker's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Leonard the pass to Parker. That's good. Parker's got 7 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Defended by Paul. It's Parker with the drive. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Leonard. Gasol inside, guarded by Jordan. And there's the pass to Bertans. And finished off by Gasol.
Get in there, big boy.
Tacked on to the lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Those putback jams sting, don't they, my goodness?
Get in there,
Yeah,
big
they really
boy.
hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
Well, some of the big men in the league didn't mind drifting out and letting it fly from deep. Here are the best three-point shooters, centers, and power forwards. Pau Gasol, number 1.
Well, he has such a phenomenal touch from long range. For a player at any position, forget about just among the big men.
Yeah, and that makes him one of the more challenging matchups that any defense is going to face. I mean, who do you put on him? A perimeter defender or a low post guy? It's really a conundrum.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Ball against Leonard. Paul is doubled. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 5. Crawford dishes to Johnson. And he hits it just before the shot clock.
Now, what the fuck you doing, you
He's
idiot?
done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for DeAndre Jordan. First in shooting percentage, third in rebounding, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
Yeah, and you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot.
What? You missed?
Rebound by Johnson. Clippers trail by 13. Paul kicks to Crawford. Pass to Jordan. Kicks it out to Paul. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. They double him with Green. Johnson for three. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. There's Parker with the three. And he gets it to go. Parker's got 12 points in the game.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Crawford against Green. Crawford passes to Griffin. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. Covered by Parker. Johnson goes in. Excellent D there from Parker.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
And out of bounds.
How do you miss
Los
that,
Angeles
man?
gains possession.
That is not a difficult pass. You think they could keep it in bounds.
So for the Clippers, Spates comes in for Blake Griffin. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. San Antonio calls timeout.
Oh,
The Clippers making a switch here. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Leonard against Paul. Back to Johnson. Three-pointer. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Ginobili with the steal. Shoots the three, and that's good. Tony Parker for 3. Parker's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Redick dishes to Spates.
That's all him.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
A different look now for San Antonio. Pau Gasol is checked in for Lee. Aldridge comes in for Bertans, and it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. San Antonio leading by 16. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Into LaMarcus Aldridge. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
It's Parker outside. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense. And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg? Huh? With that emphatic slam.
And guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit. I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way. Soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
You know, I got to say, Clark, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going to go.
We saw it. Ended up right where it was supposed to, in the basket.
And guys, you know what? Neither did the defense. I don't think they had a clue.
And that one's good. Leonard.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money. That's no doubt.
How do you miss
It's Gasol
that?
missing.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly. Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going.
He's quitting and going on YouTube.
Good ball movement. You put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needs to be.
The foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for
YouTube?
some reason.
Think of it is that he's
YouTube?
trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Quit.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his.
So as we conclude the
Yo, add me as a friend.
so far, fairly one-sided. It's the Spurs delivering the blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So
That was a 2?
guys, but you know anything can happen.
Tremendous output for Parker. He has 18 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
And really now you can tell the defense starting to have second thoughts.
And it's Green with the jam. Oh, it's not going to show
They're
it.
going to play him. That's 12 points from long range.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. CP3 at point with Redick there at the back. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Crawford at the 3 slot. Parker with the steal. Leads him in there. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it, you can see it, in part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime.
Nice
Green.
pass.
And they're not taking their foot off the pedal. They just keep adding to their lead.
Well, it's never a good idea to back off and ease up, and it doesn't look like that thought's even crossed their mind. I love it.
Redick for 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
That's good. 20 points for Tony Parker.
There you go, Tony.
Ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Look at Tony Parker. What a contribution.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Why you gotta start, girl? Why you gotta start? I know we make time for the thing. I know you could be standing in.
Let's see if he accepts. Fuck him.
For the Clippers, Mbamute's checked in for Crawford. Allen Anderson comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. Dishes it to Jordan. Anderson kicks to Jordan. The kick out to Anderson. Clippers moving the ball around. And Mbamute with it. Now Green defending. And the foul called on Daniel Green. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. San Antonio on defense. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Boy, a sluggish, muddy start to the second half. Still scoreless.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Let's take this chance to showcase the top setup man at the small forward position in the NBA. 5th best, Kawhi Leonard.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributor.
I tell you what, you could put the isolated cam on these guys and you would notice how flawlessly they execute those entry passes. They create so many easy baskets in the low post because of how on time and on target those feeds are.
A 3 from Anderson. And that is good.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Shoots from the baseline. And again, Pau Gasol. Gasol's got his third basket of the night right there.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag. They've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art.
That's on Griff.
Getting excellent results
Fucking
with it
Fred
tonight.
McGriff.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Mbamute. Redick comes in for Allen Anderson. And it's Paul in for Austin Rivers. Aldridge with a screen on Paul. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Outside Leonard. Pulls it up. 6 on the shot clock. And out of bounds is the clean possession.
Rebound.
Here to check out some of the stats for Chris Paul. 4th in assists, 9th in free throw percentage. And he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
You talked about it. I mean, he's in
nice
total
slide.
command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not let them down. That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Redick inside the line. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists tonight. It's tipped. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Crawford, no luck. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
San Antonio ball.
Here's San Antonio. They're on a 16-5 run. It's Parker outside. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Leonard. He feeds it to Green. Here's Aldridge. And finally they hit one. Aldridge has got 10 points in the game.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Griffin with the steal.
Look at the turnover situation, guys. And it's not been that bad, just a handful. And when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Mbamute checked in for Griffin. And it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
You know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul comes in for Austin Rivers. 1:36 left in the third quarter. Jordan the pass to Crawford. Crawford right side. Here's the lob to the hoop. Ginobili grabs the board.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break
Come on,
tonight as well and
Jamarcus.
scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Crawford with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Pass to Redick. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Spurs. Aldridge has got his 5th rebound in this one. Kicks it to Parker. San Antonio again missing. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But guys, the pass for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Pass to Bertens. There's the three. DeAndre
Fucking
Jordan
rebound,
grabs the miss.
Berton.
Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Griffin, here we go. And
Not today,
the miss.
Griff.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And here's Los Angeles. They've got Pau Gasol. And it's Simmons in at the 3 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Rivers dishes to Felton. Nailed from 3-point land.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Pulls up on the wing and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Spurs leading by 23. There's the pass to Bertens. The offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And there's the foul. It's on Brandon Banks. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Los Angeles with some changes. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Mba'amoute. Reddick comes in for Raymond Felton. And Chris Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Paul kicks to Reddick. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. No good from outside.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Crawford with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. Jordan the pass to Crawford. Reddick for 3. Good D by Parker.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Looky here. How about that one? That play, take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. You put it on a platter for him. Gosh, that was neat.
And guys, how about the touch there on the finish? Really just flawless.
Paul dishes to Reddick. Leonard with the steal.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
The claw did it on purpose.
Back to Gasol. They kick it out to Green. The Spurs rebound. Goes back up. And it's blocked by Jordan. Aldridge, the pass to Gasol. That's tipped. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Paul. He's covered by Leonard. Crawford kicks to Reddick. He dishes it to Paul. Feeds it to Crawford. Shot no good. Good D by Gasol. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Crawford kicks to Paul. Leonard with the steal. By himself. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Green dishes to Leonard. Inside to Gasol. Aldridge, the pass to Gasol. Leonard. Again, Leonard missing.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's foul number 2 for him.
Just a total loss of concentration.
There you go.
And Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on them, and sour.
A shot by Parker. Cans the shot from the wing. Parker's got 22. The Clippers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Redick.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
And the Clippers making a change here. Spates checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Bahamute comes in for Blake Griffin. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Jamal Crawford. That's Felton in for Chris Paul. Aldridge kicks to Green. Parker outside. Right side Gasol. And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. David Lee checked in for Gasol. And it's Bertanis in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Here's Redick.
He's slowing it down. He's tired of getting beat.
Back to Felton. 5 to shoot. The feed to Redick. Fires the 3.
He's embarrassed.
Redick's got 5 points now this quarter. San Antonio's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Alan Anderson.
He's a bitch.
Felton kicks to Anderson.
He's a bitch.
And again, no good by the Clippers.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Stolen by Anderson. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And he commits the intentional foul. And that one misses. San Antonio calls timeout. They're leading by 29. 35 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
They just have to avoid silly fouls here, Kevin. Make the offense work for their bucket and get set to make some foul shots. If they do that, they'll be fine.
Pau Gasol is checked in for San Antonio. And he ends up missing both free throws. The Spurs have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Green. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
I think it's safe to say this baby's over.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. I'd say that's a really good assumption on your part.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
And they go to the intentional foul. First one falls for him. Raymond Felton hits them both. And here is Parker. Parker, right side. Bangs home the trifecta.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
And so it's San Antonio. Easily
Yep, that's what we were trying to do.
It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other
I don't want to be friends, so fuck
that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke,
One
Mark
assist
Kellogg,
shy of
and the
a
rest of our
double-double for
terrific
Tony.
2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Tony Parker.
He was lighting it up from deep. I mean, I was lighting it up from deep. Let's get it. It's a one-game, one streak.
If I stay,
You've ignored for 2 days. There's no excuse. That's a 2-0 series lead. You forfeit.
if I pray.
Fucking Lord, thanks. See you next time. Thanks for watching out there.